was okay. So we had issues with Judgment Day continuously opening up Raw. Like we had talked about it before. We were like, okay, maybe have something different. But I am so here for what they're doing right now. Like I cannot complain. So they come out and do the same thing that we have complained about before, which is just coming out and being like, we run Raw. We're the best faction. We're great. We're gonna win our match. And it's like,
Time
okay,
quiz.
yeah, I love it. But then our truth interrupts, of course, because he's like, hey, why didn't you guys tell me that this was happening? Why didn't you invite me out here? And he says that he knew last week's beatdown was just an initiation. And I just want to be like,
Hey,
passing it
Sarah,
back
who?
to me.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, who said that? I was.
Me! I said it.
Oh my
I don't
lord!
remember.
It's like
Did I say? I don't remember if I said it to you or if I said it on the stream, but I definitely
no. You
said
said
it.
on the stream that
Okay.
would have been something you. I think
Yeah.
we. They can just look in the archives. Go in the archives and check it out. All right. Go check out
Yeah.
Sarah being right.
Because I'm like, I knew he was gonna do that. It was like the easiest way to keep him involved, you know.
Hmm.
And he said, "But I'm not going to complain. But I do have to let you know that it feels like you crossed a line because you guys didn't only hurt me physically, but you hurt me emotionally." And I
I
was like,
felt so bad. I
"Truth,
felt so.
truth." But the best part about this entire thing is him breaking Damien. Like, I
That was
I
incredible.
I started cracking up because it's the most recent example of that was Sami Zayn and the bloodline. So this is like that moment, but different people. So the
Way different.
second
Yeah, different
in
end.
the second that he said, "Hey GP, like I know that you said that you didn't like me, but I knew that deep down that wasn't the truth. I saw it in your eyes."
Yeah,
Like
when he said
Damien,
the way he said eyes, he's like his your eyes, and like
yeah.
I even cracked a little bit. That was so flake.
And it's like,
Damn it.
unfortunately for Damien, the camera was like right there. So like he was trying to turn so that no one could see him smiling, but
Oh, it
it is what
caught.
it is.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
SNL breaks. All right.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So R-Truth was saying that he wanted a match because Rhea was going to have a match against Ivy Nile and at day one, and the tag titles were on the line, and then he just kind of casually ignores Dominic, I guess. So he challenges JD to a Miracle on 34th Street match, which then JD is like, that was already scheduled. Like, you're
Yeah.
not challenging
I
me.
I love how we're just going like fourth wall in like the reverse side of it where we know like they're saying that it's advertised, like
Yeah.
Archer's coming out and be like, well, I'm gonna challenge you to a match and playing that old school role. And then Jay's like, dude, yeah, Twitter. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You
Well, because
get a
then
get a
he was
phone.
like gaslighting me because I was like, wait, I thought they advertised this already. And so then I was like, wait, maybe I'm wrong. I was like, was JD supposed to be against somebody else? Like, I was so confused. And then so when JD said that, I was like, oh, okay, I'm not wrong. Like, I
No,
thought
it
I was
was
wrong.
like so well like that's what makes our truth so special is because he is playing Captain Oblivious.
Hmm.
And that's his best asset and best role right now with this current roster. You don't like our truth does just needs to be an enhancer and a
Yeah.
show breaker. I mean, I've said it, okay? If our truth does not host WrestleMania this year, that is an all-time bag fumble. How
Yeah.
electric would our truth hosting the 40th WrestleMania be?
I
There's
know.
so much you can do.
Better than the Miz.
Yeah,
In my
I mean, it would be yeah, way better. But yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
then, of course, he makes it even better by asking Siri where 34th Street is
Yo,
because.
that was just unbelievable.
And then R-Truth brings it up and says, how about we have this match and add a stipulation? Whoever loses has to leave Judgment Day. And JD is like all up in arms because he's like, you're not even in Judgment Day, dog. And he's trying to convince the others that it's not a good idea, but Damien was down with it. And I was like, this is so rude, Damien. This is so mean to do. Because I knew that Truth was going to win. So
Oh yeah.
JD wasn't about it, but that ended up being what it was.
Did you
And
see Rhea
then
come in and be like priest?
I know she was like slowing him down. So then we see the match, which is another banner, by the way. R-Truth versus JB McDonough. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about this match other than everything was used. We saw a table, we saw cookies, we saw a fire extinguisher, we saw a ball shot via
Dude.
R-Truth's head on JD. Poor JD. Poor
Poor, poor,
JD.
poor
And
JD.
Truth ends up winning on accident. But we know, they end up having a conversation later, which we'll get into later. But so that means that JD was gonna have to leave Judgment Day, and R-Truth was still in the Judgment Day. And I feel like this was the best way to go about it. Like, even though I like JD, so I don't want to see him out of Judgment Day. I feel like this has to continue. Like, this stuff is too good and too funny to, be ending on a silly match like this. Like, Truth has to stay involved with the Judgment Day for as long as it can, without getting like, okay, we're past the humor factor here.
Hey, Sarah, where did Truth's head fall?
On the balls.
On JD's nuts.
Yeah.
Got him. No? All right. Well, all right. Now my
On
serious take.
these nuts.
There it is. All right. Now my serious take. You need this this was a perfect match to have for this where this feud is going. Because yeah, like let's be real. You can have Truth linger with Judgment Day all the way up to the Rumble. Because at
Mm-hmm.
this point you just need people to be on TV, and the Rumble's just open season, and like anything can connect. I mean, a stupid feud could end in the Rumble with them too, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
perfect way to keep that going. And it's the holidays. At this point, we're gonna have a holiday themed hardcore match, and pun intended, but it is a cookie cutter method where
Yeah.
you have holiday themed item,
Mm-hmm.
kendo stick wrapped in colors of
Mm-hmm.
said holiday, obviously a table because
Uh-huh.
you have to have a table,
Yeah.
and then depending on the superstars or whatever, another weird weapon like Truth's head, because there
Yeah.
really wasn't else like connected to their feud.
Mm-hmm.
But you have that type of match, and for the way this feud is going or storyline, however you want to look at it, it just makes you that much more interested rather than being like, okay, what's next with R-Truth? You're like,
Yeah.
is he actually in Judgment Day? Are they going to like? And it's so stupid that they got you this invested over a Miracle on 34th Street match.
I know, but that was nice too, especially because they're not doing a real Raw next week. So I feel like the fact that they kind of like over delivered on a random Raw in December, and it was led off by a holiday themed match, like, it is going to make that transition next week of having to deal with no real episode a little bit easier.